So here's what it is. I've been quarantined in Seoul, South Korea for 2 weeks after coming back from New York City. And I have a small story to tell you, and I think you can save people's lives. So let me borrow a few minutes of your life.
To unleash the full power of the federal government in this effort today, I am officially declaring a national emergency.
A top story, the coronavirus outbreak. New York State is the epicenter with around...
Breaking news concerning the U.S. economy after the stock market's volatile week and falling into a bear market.
So I got a text from the government because I came from New York City. They wanted me to get testing right away. So I called up the local center and told them that I need to get tested, and they said, sure, right away, come at this time today. And I just wanted to check, so I told them that I'm in a wheelchair. And that's where it gets really interesting. So they gave me a city government's number so that I can call them and ask what to do because I'm in a special case, according to them. So I called them and they also didn't know what to do. So they gave me a number to call the national government. So I called them and they also didn't know and told me to wait. So what happened is that nobody really knew what to do with me because I'm in a wheelchair and probably I'm one of the very few people who came from New York City in a wheelchair in South Korea. So of course they didn't have any guidelines to follow. That made me wonder a little bit. Because people with disabilities already have pre-existing medical conditions, without any medical expertise, I just assumed that people with disabilities would be one of the most vulnerable groups. And I figured out it is true. The New York Times wrote about this case where a lot of disability centers are being shut down or being at risk because of this coronavirus. So I started to wonder a little bit about what to do if you have disabilities during this outbreak. And what I figured out is that not a lot of governments actually have any guidelines for people with disabilities. They praise a lot about South Korea being one of the best countries that tackled coronavirus. But I figured out South Korea doesn't even have one, and even during MERS or SARS, they didn't have any protocols and guidelines for people with disabilities. So disability groups in South Korea have been advocating for guidelines from the national government, but I don't think national government cares enough about this group. And I was quite surprised because we don't have anything. And yet people say people with disabilities are one of the most vulnerable groups for this outbreak. So I built this website over the weekend to help people with disabilities to find the most up-to-date guidelines around the globe, including United Nations and US CDC and a few other countries. So everything is ready, and this is where you can save lives. If you know any other guidelines for people with disabilities from your government, please share it at tiny.cc/accesscovid19. I need your help to let people know about this resource so we can prepare. Please share this website, accesscovid19.com, on your social media account so that more people can see it. And if you know journalists who might be interested in covering this story, please let them know. We need every help. If you have any suggestions or you could translate the document in your own language, please email me at contact@accesscovid19.com, or you can just DM me on Instagram at @IamKunhoKim, or you can just leave comments down on YouTube. With you, we can encourage governments around the world to publish COVID-19 guidelines for people with disabilities. Let's make this happen before it's too late. Thank you for your time, and thanks again for hearing me out. Stay safe, everyone.